Yeah, this is a French extremism horror movie, so proceed with caution. Let's do it. High Tension is about these two best friends, Marie and Alex, who are going to spend the weekend at Alex's parents' house. Everything seems to be going well, but then very quickly takes a turn for the worst. That night, the doorbell rings, and when Alex's father goes to answer it, it's this man who slashes his face and then decapitates him and kills him. Alex's mother comes out and finds her husband dead and then is chased by the killer. Meanwhile, Marie hears the commotion and hides in her room. And in this very tense moment, the killer comes in her room but ends up not finding her. Marie then goes downstairs and finds Alex chained and tied to her bed. So she promises to go find help and goes to Alex's parents' room to get a phone to dial 911. But as she does that, the killer comes in, so Marie hides in the closet and watches the killer brutally murder Alex's mother. And when I say brutal, guys, the deaths in this movie are over the top gory. So Alex's younger brother manages to run outside the house and tries to escape, but then he is pursued by the killer. And while the killer's outside, Marie goes back to Alex to try to set her free and meanwhile witnesses the killer murder Alex's brother in the cornfield. Marie isn't able to get Alex free but does go to the kitchen and grab a knife. The killer then drags Alex out to his truck, but Marie follows and sneaks into the truck as well. So the killer ends up stopping at a gas station and Marie gets out and goes into the gas station for help and leaves Alex with a knife. But while they're in there, the killer murders the clerk with an axe. The killer goes back to the truck, but Marie stays there to try to call 911, but she doesn't know where they are, so she can't give them a location. Marie at this point takes the keys from the clerk and takes his car to follow the truck, but the killer realizes that she's following them and runs her off the road. So now the car is wrecked, she's on foot, and she runs into the forest where the killer then chases after her. A struggle ensues, but Marie ends up overpowering him and beating him with a fence post and then suffocating him to death. All is well, so we think. Marie goes back to the car and finds Alex, but Alex is suddenly terrified of Marie and she's still chained up. Meanwhile, we see police trace the 911 call back to the gas station and they're now investigating the murder of the clerk. And when they watch the footage, it shows that Marie is the one that killed the clerk. And in fact, Marie is the one who just killed Alex's whole family and has Alex tied up in the truck. So we learn now that Marie has dissociative identity disorder and she is also obsessed and in love with Alex. So back at the truck, Marie unties Alex and is trying to comfort her, but Alex obviously knows that Marie is the one who killed her whole family and ends up slashing her with the knife and trying to run away. So now we get the scene with the saw here because Marie finds it and now is chasing Alex with it. Alex manages to flag down a driver, but as she's getting in the car, Marie shows up and kills the driver with the saw. So now the two are in the middle of the road and Alex took a crowbar out of the car. Marie kisses Alex and makes her tell her that she loves her. And as Marie is telling Alex that she'll never let anybody get between them, Alex stabs Marie in the chest with the crowbar. It fades to black, but the final scene shows us that Marie didn't die. And instead it shows us Alex watching Marie through a one-way glass in a psychiatric hospital. And though Marie obviously can't see behind the glass, she seems to know that Alex is there and reaches out to her like this, and the movie ends.